What's going on, guys? Thrash here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my Seattle Kraken franchise mode. It's time for episode 2. Now, I apologize for the delay on this episode. It shouldn't happen again. I've been really sick and talking for long periods of time. I end up losing my voice, and it feels terrible, but I think I'll be all right here. No promises, but if I need to take a break, I will. Now, this episode is all about the offseason. We're going to do the draft, we're going to do the resign phase, and of course, we're going to do free agency. Now, I like to do very in-depth stuff when it comes to this. Like, I like to look through the draft class. I like to try and make some smart decisions. I like to trade up, trade down. I like to build my team through the free agency pool. So there's going to be a lot happening here today. And that's why there's not going to be a year 1, year 2, year 3 kind of setup for this franchise mode. Episode 1 is going to be from beginning of season to end of season. Episode 2 is going to be the off-season. Episode 3, beginning of season to end of season. Episode 4 will be off-season, etc., etc. Now, taking a look at potential free agents, David Pastrnak is obviously the big prize here, and I think he'd be a big addition for our team. Other players that really pop out, obviously, Alex DeBrincat, Vladimir Tarasenko. I mean, Patrick Kane's up there. He's just getting older, but hell, he could still be really good. Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt, Bo Horvat, future Red Wing, probably not, and a bunch of other players here. One thing you notice, there's not a lot of big-name defensemen. Yeah, we have Matt Dumba at 85, Klingberg at 86, and that is about it. So if we want help on defense, we're going to have to make it through a trade. Now, as for our players here who need contracts, we have a lot to do. Now, if we go through the all-expiring tab, we have Graves, Dunn, Susie, Donskoy, Geeky, Sprong, Donato. All these guys could be in the NHL, and then we have a lot of other lower-end contracts here. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that I can get rid of a lot of these contracts, and I do plan on moving some of these players. But I do want to keep Ryan Graves around. I think he was a great addition to our team. He is someone I would love to have in the upcoming seasons. I think he's great. I really do like this guy. So, Graves is going to be around for a long time. That being said, how much does he want for a contract? It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. I think I can go a little bit lower. I'll go 4.4. What do you think? 4 years at 4.4 for Ryan Graves. He'll be on the team the next 4 years, the next 8 episodes. I think that's a pretty good deal. Well, we'll see what he says. Obviously, we still have the re-sign phase. We're not there yet. Now, Vince Dunn, what are you looking at? Oh boy, Vince Dunn wants a lot. He's a minus 17. I don't know if I can pay Vince Dunn that much. That's 5.6 million for 1 year. My dude, like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen with Vince Dunn. We'll definitely qualify him. If I don't like the numbers, we'll ship him off and get some assets back for him. But I don't think I'm comfortable paying that much for him. We got Carson Soucy. Wants 2.3. I mean, that's not terrible, but he just 15 points. He's only a -1. He's a good defensive player. He's big, and like I like having the big guys on the back end, but I don't know. It's 2 point. I mean, he's actually making less than he did before. I think we can keep him around, but I think I'm gonna give him less than 3 years. You know what I mean? I think if we were to do like a 1 year, say, we'll go 2.1. 1 year, 2.1. If we want to, we can ship him off to the deadline. He's a good top 6 defenseman, so we'll give him a contract. Donskoy, I don't think we're going to keep around. If I'm being honest with you, I don't see a scenario where he sticks around. We have some players who can come up for us, so Donskoy, I'll let you go. But Geeky, on the other hand, it's time for him to come up, right? Like, it's time for him to start getting some playing time. I mean, if anything, like, he's overdue. He's already 24. He's a 6'3" center. He's someone who I expect to be on the team next year. I'm not going to give him a contract yet. I will qualify him probably, but we'll see what we can do with him, but I don't expect him to go anywhere. Sprong is somebody else I'll qualify. Don't know if he'll actually play in the NHL or not, but regardless, he'll have a contract. And everyone else here, I'm not too concerned with. Like, we'll sign some of these guys to the AHL. Same with the goalies. We have Gibson and Decord. Both these guys can just play in the NHL. Both of these guys can just play in the AHL next year. I'm not super concerned. Now, here's the thing. In order for us to be able to make these big moves, somebody has to go. And the first thing I'm thinking is goalie, and it's going to be Philip Grubauer. He's making $5.9 million, and he's got that contract for a long time. He didn't have the best numbers last year. In fact, Drieger played better, and I think we can do better with our backup. $5.9 million, I don't think so. We're going to ship off Grubauer. I don't know if we're going to have to pay to get rid of him. Maybe package him with like a 7th for another 7, you know, just like give him away for free. But we'll see. We'll see. And then Yanni Gourde, who's making 5.1. Wouldn't be surprised to see him gone as well. Jaden Schwartz, he had 44 points last year. He is a candidate to move. I have no problem moving on from players today. I'm looking to make some big moves, like I said. Like, I want to add to this team. So today could be a big day for us. Another couple like Alexiak, 4.6 million. Like, my dude, I'm sorry, but you're not worth it. So if we can ship off some of these players, get some extra cap space, Wenberg could be another option to go. Like, I'd like to kind of dismantle the team while keeping the main core together. The main core being, obviously, Matty Beniers. I want to keep Brock Besser around as well. I thought he was pretty solid for us. So I'd say Besser, Burakovsky, Beniers. Bjorkstrand, I'm kind of on the fence either way. Graves, obviously, going to be sticking around. Jared McCann sticking around. Obviously, Shane Wright sticking around. Eberle, I mean, 5.5 million is a lot for Jordan Eberle, but 58 points last year. It's not terrible. Adam Larson, another one of those guys. I mean, he's one of our only right-handed defensemen right now, so he's going to stick around. But I'd like to get, you know, someone else for him. And Schultz will be around as well. I don't see him going anywhere. So a lot of moves I want to make this offseason, like I said, and that's why this episode is going to be a long one, but it's all going to be the offseason. Now, before we can even think about making all these trades, we got to get into the draft. And we were looking at the draft class at the end of the first episode, and there's only one defenseman in the top 10, it looks like. We got Cam Allen who snuck in here. All right, Allen. All right, you snuck in. But we're talking about Esa Kuparainen. Now, I just don't see a scenario where we can move up to get him. I think it would be a great idea for the future to get him, but I just don't see a scenario where we're moving up 20 spots to pick him up. You know what I mean? Connor Bedard, obviously going to go number 1. However, there's another defenseman that kind of caught my eye closer to where we were, and it is Axel Sandin Pellikka. I don't know, man. Something about him. I kind of like it. He's got a similar style to Phil Housley. He's got a couple of abilities. He could be a really solid player. So he's someone I may move up. He is a right-handed defenseman. He's only 7 or 8 picks above where we are. I think we're 27th picks. So he could be somebody that we go after. Now, obviously, yeah, Connor Bedard's going to go number 1. We know that. Huselius, Carlson, like, all these guys would be cool to have, but I just don't see a scenario where we're moving up that high. So what's going to happen is we're going to get into the draft. We'll go through, like, the first 5 or 6 picks, see who goes and who goes where and what their overalls are. And then we're going to look at moving up to get Pellikka. If I don't like what the cost is or anything, I won't bother, but that is kind of my game plan here, as well as maybe moving a couple contracts. Take a look at the retired players here. Shea Weber calls it quits. I mean, a lot of these people aren't even playing anymore, right? These are all just LTIR contracts, so a lot of these guys not playing, but sad to see him go. Cal O'Reilly, the former Windsor Spitfire there. Good to see you, bud. We got Dan Sexton. Sad to see him go. Anyone else? How about goalies? What goalies have called it quits? Oh, none. Like, actually 0. Okay. Well, it is draft day, and I think it's time that we hop in and we figure out what we want to do with the future of this team. Now, like I said, there's a lot of players that I could move on from. There's a couple players I'm interested in moving up for. There's a lot that's going to happen here. Now, obviously, we know Connor Bedard's going number 1. Haha, yeah. Who goes number 2? It is Huselius, a right-wing playmaker. 76 overall, medium elite. We got Leo Carlson at 76 as well. The Devils draft Sivanen, a left-wing two-way player, medium elite at 80 overall. Wow. Okay. Blackhawks take Jagger. This has got to be the defenseman here, then. Dvorsky. Did I miss something? He's ranked 4th. He's fallen to... I gotta... Oh, man. I have to go for it. I have to go for it. I wish I could call a timeout here. I want to see what they're interested in. I want to see what the trade would be. You know what I mean? But I don't have a lot of time. First round pick. Go. They want Burakovsky done in the 3rd. McCann done in the 3rd. Gord done in the 3rd. Wait, Gord done in the 3rd. I could do that. I could absolutely do that. Gord done in the 3rd. That's 9 million off the cap. I have to take it. I have to take it. I have to take that. Gord, we were looking to move anyways, and Dunn, I wasn't really convinced was going to be coming back. So, holy crap. Okay. That just happened. We moved up. Actually, we still have our first as well. We have 2 first-round picks now. Wow. Okay. All right. That just happened. Well, with the 7th overall pick, the Seattle Kraken are proud to select from the Liga, Esa Kuparainen. Now, this is going to be a nice fit. Now, he's a defensive defenseman, similar to Rob Blake. This is someone who's going to help us out in the future for sure. That's huge, man. That is awesome. Welcome aboard. 74 overall. I'm going to take it. Let's see who goes next here. It is the next defenseman. So we ended up getting the best defenseman so far in the draft. I mean, the only defenseman at the time. I don't think anyone else is going to be better than him is what I'm trying to get at. But Cam Allen, obviously, Anaheim wanted the D-man. Benson goes to the Avalanche. The Sharks get Lindstein. Look, we already moved up once. So we want to move up again to try and pick up Pelika. That could be our 1-2 punch of the future right there. Pelika. Man, this could be interesting. This could be real interesting. All right, I'm going to sim to pick 20. If he's not taken by 20, we'll take a look at it, all right? See if anyone else is medium elite or anything, any big picks. The Wings end up getting Chris Stahl. Cool. Good for them, I guess. There's Gauthier. Haltunen, 69 overall medium elite for the Wild. Good for them. 19, there goes Pelika right there at 19. Or 18, sorry, 18. The Coyotes jumped in. So if he would have made it to 20, I probably would have taken him. Now I'm not sure. I don't really have any interest in a lot of players. I'll see if maybe anyone's interested in the pick. Maybe someone's interested, they want to move up, or they want to send us somebody. Strom, Klingberg, and Kulikov. I mean, Kulikov and Klingberg are both free agents. But Toronto, yeah, why are you trying to give me... We can get Barabanov, a 5th and a 6th for a 1st. I feel like it's not great. I don't expect too much, but an 83 overall. I mean, he had a good year last year. 65 points. Wait a minute. This could be a smart pickup. Barabanov, he wears number 94. I mean, that's a nice number. Take away the 5th. I think I'm going to work around something here. You know, 5th and a 6th. I don't want a 5th and a 6th, but you want to give me a 3rd? Barabanov, and I get a 3rd back, and then you can have the 27th overall pick. I don't think that's too bad, right? How old is Barabanov? He's 29. That's our replacement for Gord right there, right? Let's try it. Let's try it. They do say yes. All right, so our 1st round pick is gone. So we now traded Gord, Dunn, and what was it, a 3rd round pick? I don't remember. I think it was a 3rd round pick. For a 3rd round pick, Barabanov, and the 7th overall pick. That's pretty solid. Kid we drafted is only 17, and he's expected to make the NHL next year. A lot of great defensive abilities. This is going to be an interesting player for the future, for sure. All right, is there anyone else I'm interested in here? I know we want some goaltending in the future. Right now, we have nothing. Are there any good goalies coming up? We got Perez Hogan, potentially the medium elite. Scott Ratzlaff. The scouts were recommending I take him. We got Bloomquist. Doesn't look like anyone crazy. What rank is he? He's 46. Oh, boy. What's our pick? What do we have our next pick at? 56. We have to move up 10 spots to even be in the area. We'll see. Again, I'm curious what the asking price is. So Florida has the pick that I'm looking for. I mean, I don't have to add too much, I don't think. If I were to add like a 6 here, could I move up? Yeah, I can. Okay, so we're going to try and take a run at that goalie. I don't know if he's going to end up being anything. He's the best goalie available. That's all I know. That's pretty much it. There's been no goalies in this draft. And we have Dimitri Perez Hogan. I mean, he's got good strength of competition. Didn't have great numbers, but he's still got... I don't know. It's 5 years out. That may have been a mistake. Did he go? He did not go. All right, we're going to take the goalie then. Why not? He's got the best potential, right? This could be a good pick. It could be nothing. We have another pick here in the 3rd, or the 2nd, and he is a medium elite. Okay, awesome. He's only 48 overall, though, so I don't think we'll actually ever see him play. So that's kind of a wasted pick, because like I want something for the next 3-4 years. He's not going to end up being a player in the next 3-4 years, so that kind of sucks. But I'll take the medium elite regardless. I don't know. I'm not super excited about that. I was hoping he'd be higher overall if he was an elite player. Who's still here? Who was I looking at? We got Bergquist. No one that I was... Hey, Ethan Miedema from the Spitfires. Good to see you, bud. Nobody that I was looking at is still around. Like, they're just going in order here, it looks like. So, did we go a little bit off the board? And we got another goalie here. There's Scott Ratzlaff. No, I don't think we're going to take another goalie, though. I mean, we could, right? Like, we could. Scout's recommendation. I don't know how much that actually plays into things. Screw it. Let's go with him. Scott Ratzlaff. What's going on, buddy? Seattle Thunderbirds? He's a medium starter 59, so it could have been worse. Let's see if there's been any steals here in the draft. Just curious. I don't think there will be. But, oh, there's some low elite there. Van Ryan. Okay, 65 overall, low elite to Buffalo. Did we miss out on anyone? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we have another pick here. I was always told never take players with a headshot. So I'm making sure not to take players with a headshot. I see a couple guaranteed low top 9s. I mean, that's, you know, guaranteed. Oh, wait, guaranteed low elite. Abraham Yonkman comes out of nowhere. I gotta take him. Have to absolutely take him. That's, I mean, he's 57. I mean, that's potential for the future, right? That's we'll probably end up trading him at some point. But hey, it's something. I don't know how I didn't see him earlier. Anything else in here? Anyone we miss? Anyone big go off? No. Okay. Next pick. We have Brathwaite, who is a guaranteed medium bottom 6, however, labeled as a bust. Anyone else? We got Stefan here. He's a defenseman. I mean, I have no scouting on him whatsoever, but another Wojciech Port with elite potential, potentially elite potential. Another bust here in Lamin, whatever. We got a grinder in here in Davidson's guaranteed to be a medium bottom 6. Anything else we're looking at here? We got another Ernie there. I don't really see anyone. Do we just take the guarantee? Or do we go and risk it for... I mean, I don't want to take a bust here, right? If he's labeled as a bust already, like, why are we taking him? This guy's an offensive defenseman. Oh, he's got a headshot. Don't want to take a headshot. We'll take Stefan. I got no scouting on him whatsoever, but he ends up being a 59 7th D. All right. Did I miss out on anyone? I'm worried that someone's going to pop off. Doesn't look like it, though. We got Ivan Nazarov, potentially to be low elite. We have Davidson. This is guaranteed. I think I'll take Davidson here. He's guaranteed. I doubt this guy's low elite. So we'll take Davidson, take the guaranteed medium bottom 6. There you go. He is 58 overall. All right, let's find that Nazarov and see him as a high franchise or something. Yeah, there's we took Davidson. Oh, Nazarov is there. Wow, that was way before. And he was a low elite. That's a shame. Is what it is. We have one last pick here. I am just going to go off the board. I don't think it matters. We'll do our best scouted player, Jackson Jackman. Your parents hate you, bud, but I don't. Welcome aboard. Oh, wait. Medium. Yeah, okay. He was nothing. But that's okay. That's going to be the end of the draft for us here. Nothing else happening as we end up doing pretty well. We get a couple elite players, including our new future #1 left-handed defenseman and Kuparainen. Now we're going to find out here if Graves is going to sign with us. And he does. So we have Graves at 4.4, and Susie agrees as well. Nice to see. Let's head into the re-sign phase, and we're going to sign up everyone that we need to re-sign. We have 14 million in cap space right now. I do plan on shipping some more players out before we hit free agency, or while we hit free agency, and try and make a move at one of the big name players that is available. Donskoy, I think we're just going to let walk. I don't see a scenario where he's around next year, so we can let him go. Geeky will qualify. I'm going to qualify everyone. Kuparainen will be playing in the AHL next year. There you go, bud. As for everyone else, go ahead, do what you got to do. We don't have anyone above 65, it looks like, so it's all good. You can go play wherever you're going to play. We'll make sure to get you a contract if you earn it. Donato says no. I'm not super concerned with Donato, so I don't really care. You can walk if you want. Kuhlman says no as well. Okay. Gibson says yes. Decord says yes. Villy says yes. Kuparainen says yes. Everyone else I still have qualified. I don't think I'm going to offer them a contract yet, because I want to see how much cap space we're going to have and who's going to be available in free agency. So everyone that I've signed is already signed. We have Graves. We have our goalies for the AHL and the NHL. Right now, Grubauer will be gone. He is someone who's going to move. That contract needs to go. So we're going to move on from Grubauer. I know that for sure. So we're going to need a backup goalie. Or potentially a starting goalie, depending on the price. And then Ryan Donato being the only one here, I don't think it really matters. I think I'll let him walk. It's fine. You're good. And then we also have Kuhlman. I'll let him walk as well. Everyone else, they're all qualified. And Borgen, I'll qualify as well. Just make sure they're all qualified, and then we can figure out what we're going to do with them after free agency. Yeah, we got all their qualifying offers. Perfect. Okay. Who's it going to be? We got Alex DeBrincat as the #1, as David Pastrnak did sign. That's a shame. I was hoping to go after David Pastrnak. Looks like Patrick Kane signed as well. Now, with DeBrincat being an RFA, that kind of sucks as well. It's tough to pry them away. We'd have to give up a lot. However, it is something we could do. He's only 25. We have a lot of options here. Defense is pretty weak. This is, I'm not going to lie, kind of disappointing. Well, Vince Dunn was qualified, and he is currently still fighting for $5.5 million. I just don't see a scenario where that happens. I am quite underwhelmed by what we're seeing here. I'm not going to lie to you. And that's all right. You know, it's all right, but kind of sucks. Let's see. We're looking for a backup. We're looking for a backup goalie or a starter for the year. Look, I have no problem splitting the games here. So, James Reimer had a 901 and a 319 in 25 games. Tristan Jarry had a 914 and a 254, but, I mean, 5.6. We might as well just keep Grubauer. We got Cam Talbot, played 61 games, had a 904 and a 311. Jonathan Bernier had a 912 and a 263. That's not bad. Got Brian Elliott, 81 overall. He played 16 games. He had a 919 and a 237. Oh, boy. What about Brossoit? Yeah, let's take a look at Brossoit here. He's an 82. He's a backup, but he put up some great numbers last year. All right, Laurent Brossoit. You'll be our co-starter, I guess. We'll have you split some games, and we'll see how that goes. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty disappointed here. I was hoping that Pastrnak or Kane would both be available. Neither of them are available here. Neither of them are free. It kind of changes my plan here, because Tarasenko's already 31. Kane, I know you could get for like 2 years, and then he'd be done. DeBrincat would be cool, but he's an RFA. And then we have Tyler Bertuzzi at 28. How did he do last year? Not bad, but definitely not phenomenal. It's good for the PK. What if we were to try to make an offer to Ottawa to acquire ADB and then sign him? I know it's gonna be kind of crap for us. We have to give up more than we want to, but if we want to make a big splash, like, this is it, right? He doesn't have a ton of value because he is an RFA here. We might be able to snag him for cheap-ish anyways, so let's see. It's probably going to start with a first-round pick. I mean, they're interested in Alexiak for whatever reason. They want Alexiak. I will give them Alexiak in a first for DeBrincat. That clears up more cap space, not that we need it, but we can go after some defensemen then. What do you guys say? Say no. It's okay. Any more I mean, you guys are interested in picks. I'll throw with a third. You guys are sellers. Okay, well, let's try a second then. We got a first, a second, and Alexiak for Alex DeBrincat. What do you guys say? They say no. I mean, that's fair. I wouldn't want to trade DeBrincat either, but clearly he doesn't want to sign with you. What do you guys want? Like, if I were to go, hey, give me Alex DeBrincat, what do you think is a fair trade? A first, Graves and Schultz, or Cooper Ryan and Graves in a second? You are on crack. I'm quite disappointed here, guys. I was expecting someone big to be available. Not that, you know, Vladimir Tarasenko is not a big option. I mean, it's just $11 million for Tarasenko at 31, and he put up 41 goals last year. That's not bad. I think I'm going to go after Matt Dumba. I think I like him a little bit more than Severson. So, Matt Dumba, we're going to try and get here. Man, that's a lot. You know what? No, that's fine. You know what? We have the cap space now. So, we're going to go after Matt Dumba, and then that leaves us with like $7 million left, but we got to flip Grubauer. I forgot about that. So, let's go do that now. Is there any offers for Grubauer? Nobody wants him, so we're going to have to pay to give him away, but that is all right. We'll put him up and see who's interested in actually obtaining his contract, and then we can make a deal. I mean, Arizona's interested. Shockingly, Arizona is interested in trying to get a bad contract. I did not see that coming. So what if I were to do Grubauer and, like, a fifth for a fifth? You guys just take him on. You guys just take Philip Grubauer. How do you feel about that? They say no. I don't blame you. I wouldn't do that either. Tell you what, we'll take away the fifth, we'll make it a seventh. we'll still give you the fifth. All right, we'll just do this. No? How about a fourth? All right, a third. Okay, it took a third-round pick to get rid of Philip Grubauer, but it is what it is. We do what we got to do. Alex Wenberg making 4.5. Like, do we need him down the middle? We have Wright, Beniers, McCann, and Geeky. No, we don't need Wenberg. Wenberg can go as well. And then I'm going to try and sign Vladimir Tarasenko, I think. If anyone's interested in Wenberg that has the cap space like Carolina does, cool. Do you have any, like, prospects that maybe you're not doing too well with? Like, not prospects, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna see if I can pry Seth Jarvis away from the Hurricanes here in a deal for Alex Wenberg. They get their center that they're looking for. I can throw in a pick or something. Or, you know what? Instead of throwing in a pick, I'll throw in, like, I'll give you Wenberg, and then, hell, I'll throw in a pick. Maybe a third next year. And we'll see what they have to say about that. No, they don't want to do that. Interesting. What do they want to do? Because they are interested in Wenberg. They're interested in the third. I guess Jarvis just has a little bit too much value. Oh, boy. Can I throw in, like, a fifth and just call it a day? I can! Welcome aboard, Seth Jarvis. Again, we're dumping cap here. I want to try to sign some big players here. I'm going after Dumba, and now I'm going to Vladimir Tarasenko, and I'm offering him... I'm going to go 4 years at 10.5? 10.6. 4 years at 10.6. At 3 years, he wants 11.3, so it goes down dramatically here. I think I'm going to go for it. Vladimir Tarasenko, will you be on the Seattle Kraken on that first line sniping goals? I don't exactly have a backup plan right now. I don't. So, Tarasenko, I need you to sign. Dumba, please, for the love of God. Guys, sign with the Kraken. Moment of truth. Laurent Brossoit says yes. We have our tandem tender. Contract number 2 is going to be declined by Matt Dumba. Damn. And Vladimir Tarasenko goes to Florida. We get screwed completely here today. We could still get Vince Dunn back, but oh boy, we are in trouble. All right, Patrice Bergeron. I will give you 1 year at 8.9 to come play with us. I'll put McCann on the wing. He's our only... There's no other team interested. We are your only option, all right? You must sign. I know that's not really how you should talk to free agents, but you must sign. Like, I don't really want a center, but... I mean, at 91 overall, he'll at least be a good player for us, right? This is terrible. This is terrifying. This is not what I expected at all. Bergeron says yes. Welcome to the Kraken. A 1 year contract. He'll be playing on the first line, of course. We'll move McCann over, and then we'll find a winger for him. But I'm kind of shell-shocked by how bad, one, our luck is with who was available in the free agency class, and then who was willing to sign with us. It's pretty much no one. I mean, we could always circle back to Vince Dunn, but I'm not comfortable paying that much for Vince Dunn. Let me look at the defensive depth chart. Yeah, so we have Graves and Larson, Alexiak, Schultz, Susie, and then possibly Fleury. And then in the system, we also have Borgen. That's not great. I'm going to take a look around the league here. We have a first-round pick. I'm willing to move the first-round pick for a good, young, right-handed defenseman. I am. So let's see who's available. Well, the Islanders are sellers, and they're looking to get rid of some D-men. Pelech and Pulock are both available. Interesting. Pelech here is a left-handed defenseman. And then we have Pulock here, who's a right-handed defenseman. Interesting. Very interesting. There's also Noah Dobson in the middle. $4 million for the next 2 years at 86 overall. Screw it. Let's try and go after Noah Dobson. If they're not valuing him that high, I feel like he might be somebody to go after. We have our first. I don't really want to, like, destroy our draft capital, but, like, a first for Dobson makes a lot of sense to me. If you get a first, I mean, it's going to be a late first, right? We're looking to make a run in the playoffs. It's going to be a late first for Dobson. Like, if I went Dobson in the third, does that go through? No, but if I get rid of the third, it does not. Okay, so I would have to add here. No problem adding a little bit, but I don't want to give up too much. Can't get rid of a defenseman. I mean, we have Alexiak we can get rid of, but at this point, we're going to need him on the team. Schwartz would be somebody. Because where's he playing? Probably second line, maybe third. Now that we have Barabanov. Eberle. I mean, we have a lot of decent forwards. No one, like, outstanding, you know what I mean? No one that's, like, absolutely wild besides, like, Bergeron and whatnot. But we have a lot of, like, middling forwards. Like, Eberle, Schwartz. Like, we need room for all of these players. And, like, we have enough room for forward. Like, we're good for forwards. Like, I know we can get these guys playing and and everything's fine here, but quite interested to see if we were to trade, I mean, we just got Barabana, but if we were to trade, like, Geeky, just saying, and a first, would we get Noah Dobson? Shout out to the guy in the comment section who said that you went to school in Geeky, by the way. I'm sorry I might have to trade him, but it would definitely be worth it. Let me see. They say, yeah, I have to do that, guys. I have to. We get a good right-handed defenseman, a young one who's going to be on the team for a long time. I'm nervous about how this all shaped out, and I think you guys are going to hate it. But we'll see what plays out in the next episode. But damn, man, this has been a tough one. Geeky was already 24. He could end up being something, but I don't know, man. I'm frustrated. So center depth now, we have Wright, Beniers, Bergeron, we have McCann, and then, yeah, that's about it. That's we lost Geeky. But with McCann only an 83 now, does it really matter? He could play our fourth line C. We could do that. We could make McCann our fourth line C. It'd be Bergeron, maybe Beniers, Wright on 3, McCann on 4, or vice versa with Wright and Beniers there. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that. That could be a really good center depth for us. We have Burakovsky and Schwartz on the left side, and then on the right side, we have Besser, Bjorkstrand, Eberle, Barabanov. Jarvis can also play center, and then we have Sprong, who can play left or right wing. Same with Barabanov there, left or right wing. So we're good. We have an NHL team that we can put on the ice right now and not be super concerned, and they should be able to produce. Bergeron, Besser, and... Yo, we got the Bees line. It's going to be Burakovsky, Bergeron, and Besser. And the second line is going to be Beniers. We got a lot of B's here. Bjorkstrand and Barabanov. Imagine. We can figure this out. I am excited to see where this goes. We do have a full team, but we have some cap space still. Is there anyone in free agency we think will make a better spot? Like, Vince Dunn is asking too much. I don't think anyone signs him for that much. I think for now, we're good. But come the beginning of the season, if there's anything that we need, we'll take a look. So let's sim to the next season. We're going to go ahead and set the captains here. Eberle is captain. We're not going to let Larson be captain here. I don't know how long he'll be around for, but we have Eberle. Bergeron will be an A. Obviously, he's just been around for forever. It's only fair. And alongside them, I'm going to give it to Graves. So Graves, Eberle, and Bergeron will be your captains for the upcoming season. All right, well, here we are, beginning of the season. And, all right, I'm not going to lie to you. Things are looking kind of good. I kind of like this. So, we got Bergeron, Besser, and Burakovsky, McCann, Wright, and Eberle. Beniers is going to play on the third line. I want that +2 to Wright. So, Beniers on the third line. I don't think that'll ruin him too bad, right? Like, we'll be all right here if he plays on the third line. I hope so. He's going to play with Bjorkstrand, and then I'm going to put Schwartz up there. So, Schwartz, Beniers, Bjorkstrand, and Barabanov's Jarvis and Sprong. Like, this is solid. Defense. Graves and Dobson's up to an 88. What a pickup. You have Susie with Larson, Alexiak, and Schultz. I would move stuff around, but Alexiak is a cancer. His player type just doesn't merge with anyone. So, with that being said, I may be looking to move Alexiak so we can get another left-handed defenseman. Goalies, we have Drieger and Brossoit. We'll see how they play throughout the year. If we need to add a goalie, we will. And as for the free agents, Vince Dunn, still available. That's right. He still hasn't signed. He still wants $5.5 million at 83 overall. I just don't see it happening. I mean, teams are willing to give up a third and a fifth for Alexiak right now. I find that very interesting. Something to keep an eye on in the next episode of the Seattle Kraken franchise mode. You guys have seen the team, you've seen the moves I've made, and now be on the lookout for episode 3 coming to you next week. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Have a wonderful day. If you have any suggestions or changes you want to see, please leave them down below, and I will definitely take them into consideration. And leave a comment so I can get back to you. Thanks for watching the episode of the Seattle Kraken franchise mode. I'm going to save it now, and I'll see you in the next one.